Welcome to the Weekonthewrist. My name is Chris, and today I'm wearing the Smiths Everest. This has been on my short list, and I was super excited to get on the list direct from Time Factor's website for $462 shipped. They have a limited supply and it's almost always sold out on the website, so get on their newsletter if you want one. Let's check it out. Let's start with the specifications. It's got a case diameter of 36 millimeters, lug to lug of 43.5 millimeters, 11.3 millimeters thick. It's got 20 millimeter lugs. It uses a Miyota 9039 movement, 24 jewels hacking and hand winding, domed sapphire crystal, 100 meters water resistance, super bright super luminova lume. Let's look at the design real quick. It's very reminiscent of the old vintage spec Explorer, specifically the Rolex 1016. It's got a polished bezel, polished case, signed screw down crown, drilled lugs, and it's got a screw down case back. The watch comes with a 20 millimeter bracelet, all brushed, 20 millimeters down to 16. It's got solid end links, and as you notice, it's got faux rivets right here. It doesn't really have any function, and it's got a screw pin system. It's got a milled clasp with a Smiths symbol right there, and it's got 3 micro adjusts, and it's a pressure kind of clasp, so it just snaps on like that. Nice polishing at the edges of that clasp, and I forgot to mention the sides of the bracelet is also polished. And let's check out that dial. It's deep black matte. Of course, it would have the Mercedes handset and the iconic 369 indices. And if you notice, it says Everest right there down at the 6 o'clock, but you can barely see it. I think that one's a nice touch. And of course, the old Smiths logo. Now here's the segment where we try it on with a bunch of different straps. Let's start with the bracelet. Pretty awesome quality. I love that it's mostly brushed. It plays with the light. Super rugged looking. Up next is my BARTON Elite Silicone, the black one. The buckle is also brushed, so it matches the watch pretty well. Still my first choice for the rubber straps. Up next is my BARTON Distressed Leather. This one looks pretty good to me as well. Makes it more like business casual. Of course, if you're gonna have an Explorer style watch, you gotta put it on a gray NATO. This one's from Cheapest NATO Straps. Gray NATO. And last but not the least, this one's a charcoal gray NATO from Ute Watch Co. I think this one really works. So I kind of have a first world problem right now. I have these two black dialed watches and I'm not quite sure which one to keep. I love both of them, but I think I could only justify getting one of them. I really love the Smiths with a more rugged design. It's less dressy, but I don't really dress up that much. But this SARB right here, especially with the date complication, is what's making me think about letting go of the Smiths. But for the specifications, the Smiths has got a better movement, higher beat rate, a screw down crown, even though both of them really is 100 meters water resistant. I'm still confused. So why don't you help me out, huh? Leave a comment which one I should keep. And to help with the decision, let's take a look at both of the watches real quick. They're really both kind of similar. I love the bracelet of the Smiths way more than the SARB. But usually in the SARB, they put it on leather straps. And of course the size difference, something to talk about also. This one's 38 millimeters and the Smiths is 36. But I'm not sure still. So let's talk about my opinions real quick. I love the size. It wears pretty well on my wrist. It's got a classic design, super symmetrical. Really awesome lume and solid movement. It really made me reconsider watches without a date complication. Before a watch without a date complication is a no-go for me. But I think adding a date window on this watch will ruin the design, you know? Can't really think of anything bad about the watch at all. Alright, let me hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe and like. Make sure you make comments. Follow me on Instagram, Weekonthewrist. And thank you for watching.